Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for The Walking Dead, Daryl, Dixon, The Book of Carol Season 2. We have a synopsis to go over for today for Season 2, sharing some new details about the season. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol Season 2. Doing a lot of videos for Daryl Dixon this week because we've had a lot of information that's come out, of course. And this one I wanted to talk about before the Tribeca Festival. It's been out for a few days, but I didn't get a chance to go over it, of course, because of all the other stuff. But finally getting around to it today, of course. Also, by the way, side note, Q&A tomorrow. So if you guys have any Q&A comments, make sure to write that down below. Tomorrow we're going to do the Q&A with y'all, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, so in terms of this one, so we're going to go through this. There's a synopsis for the season that gives us a little bit more information on what we can expect for the show, and then, of course, we will give our thoughts afterwards. So let's get right into it. In the new season, Daryl and Carol face old demons as she struggles to find her friend as he struggles with his decision to stay in France, causing tension in the nest. Furthermore, Jeanette's movement gains momentum, placing Pouvoir on a violent collision course with the Union of Hope in a fight for the future of France. All right, so a lot of information there. I think the biggest thing I can kind of take away from the description is the tension in the nest and Daryl and Carol kind of, not, really seeing at odds or whatever. So here's the thing, right? Now, when it comes to Daryl's decision to stay in France, there's one of two ways this can go, and to be honest, I hope it doesn't go a certain way, but I'll discuss both of them. One of them is that he stays in France because he wants to help out with Genet, and, he wants to, help her, get defeated, because then, otherwise the nest could die and stuff like that, and obviously he's not going to leave Laurent there by his lonesome, so he has to bring him back, which makes sense. It's a very logical decision. But here's the thing, right, is that with that being said, Daryl's going to bring him back. He's going to go to the nest. The one thing I don't want is the nest being mad at him. That would be frustrating to watch. I hope that he brings Laurent back, and it's more so like, Laurent, why'd you sneak out? You know what I'm saying? Rather than, oh, Daryl, you're back. It's like, I don't want that. That is something I don't want. Daryl's back, deal with it, he's here to help you, that type of stuff. That's the way people should look at it at the nest. And hopefully they don't look at it in any different way, because Daryl's a good dude, you know what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm hoping. I hope they don't treat Daryl like crap, but again, we'll have to see. He's gonna bring Laurent back, we know that, so, I hope that they treat him well. And then, in terms of Carol trying to find Daryl, of course, trying to get to France, we know that's not really anything, too new, but, we know she's trying to get there. It sounds like there is a lot of tension, though, with Daryl, where he decides to stay in France, and Carol wants Daryl to come home. Now, here's one of the things that I'll say, drama-wise, I'm also kind of, curious about, is Carol going to tell Daryl that Rick is back? Is that something we're going to get to this season? I hope it is. I've been hoping for it. I know I've heard comments from people saying, like, Dan, I'm telling you, that's not what Carol's, Carol, that's not what she's, saying in 105. She didn't say that Rick came back. There's no proof of it, blah, blah, blah. I would beg to differ, because Rick is the one that, came back in Ones Who Live. So who else is she talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, that's what happened. And I also have a feeling, and I feel like this is going to be something in the script that they don't tell us, at least right away, is that I feel like Carol left without telling Rick that she was even going to leave, to be honest. I feel like Carol went on another one of her, Carol leaves the group type of thing, and really it's her going out there to find Daryl to bring his ass back to get a reunion between him and Rick. Now, the part that makes me worried about this is, will Daryl see Carol, and regardless of her telling Daryl that Rick is back, could Daryl be like, nah, I'm needed here, I'm needed in France, That would piss me off. I hope that's not what we get, because this description is kind of making me think that we may get that. Because, Daryl may think like, oh, well, Laurent's the future, and he's the prophecy, and this and that. I hope they don't go against Daryl's character, because realistically, if Daryl found out that Rick was back, he would ditch the whole thing. Now, the only way I'd be alright with it is if he said that, okay, I love Rick, he's my brother, but at the same time, I gotta defend the nest. I gotta take out Madame Genet first, because if not, the nest will probably fall without me around. So, Carol, stay here, help me defeat Genet, and that would be a cool plot. Like, stay here, Carol, you and I, we've done a lot of things together in the past. help me with this battle, help me with this fight, help me take out this Gine and help me protect the nest. And as soon as that's done, as soon as the fight's done, we will go back to the US and I'll see Rick and, whatever, That would be a perfect plot. That would be perfect. I would love it. But the thing is that we know that the show does not end this season with him going home. We know that there are plans to film season 3 in Spain. So I don't know. I don't know if Daryl wants to go home, but he just keeps getting caught up in whatever's going on. I don't know. But the one thing I don't want is Daryl saying, nah, Rick, that's good for him. I'm needed here, The other thing I don't want is Carol lying to him and not telling him that Rick is back, because I know that Rick is back. So she better tell him. That's the only thing I'm saying, But those are a few kind of demands from me based off of hearing that description. It sounds cool. Madame Gine, of course, and her people. I don't think that Madame Gine is going to survive this season. I think that's pretty obvious at this point. And I think we're going to get a lot of fighting. We're going to get a lot of cool stuff with Carol on her way to France, in France, trying to find Daryl, them two meeting up, the reunion between the two, getting to see Caudron as well, because I think Caudron is going to get a bit of a redemption this season, so I'm interested in seeing that as well. That was a really intriguing plot in season 1, is kind of seeing him kill Gine's men and then, kind of get, confronted by her and stuff. That was really cool. And we still got to resolve a few things, this season. We do, in regards to Caudron, like the Maribel, the girl from the first episode, with the blind guy. She's still out there somewhere. We didn't see her die, so I'm wondering if that's, going to come back into play. I feel like it will. I don't think that they did that, like, just for nothing. I feel like she'll come back. To do what? Who knows? But, I think it'd be pretty awesome. I think this season's going to be pretty damn sick, to be honest. I think it's going to be really, really exciting. A lot of cool fights in France, lots of really cool drama, I think season 2 is going to be a banger, I really do. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, post comments down below, and if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, be sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. Be sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.